Hey guys, it's Christopher DAV1D on ECF, coming at you with another juice review. I got Fiddle Paddle, I apologize. It's by KBV, KickBassVapors. Pick which one. Both are Fiddle Paddle. Both are two different colors. The reason being, which is part of this video review, is one bottle is older than the other. Older, newer. And believe it or not, this actually started even lighter. And these aren't that far apart in age, but it just shows you if you don't love a juice at first, which this one happens to be one that I really love, which is why I have another bottle of it so I don't run out. But sometimes you get a juice that you don't love at first. Don't be quick to like get rid of it or not, or give it away or dump it or any of that. Put it aside, forget about it for a while, and then try it again. Because juices change flavor. When they sit, they change flavors. Like this one, this was actually like even darker than this one at one point, like really a lot darker. This one's like a little more of a honey color. This one's like really dark. This one, the flavor is a lot richer. Like the caramel is even like more pure, like of a pure caramel, richer flavor. It's God, it's so hard to explain, but the Fiddle Faddle, especially after it sits, just comes out in flavor so much, it's crazy. So now I stopped vape. I had let this one sit for a while. Now I switched because I had, for the hell of it, I was like, oh, let me try the older bottle. So now I put this one away and I'm vaping this one to let this one sit even longer because the taste just gets like delicious, like even more delicious than it normally is after it sits for a while. It also gets thicker, I've noticed. Like it's a little more difficult coming out of the little nozzle. Um, but the lesson is, if you have a juice and you don't absolutely love it at first, you're like, I could do without it. Which this isn't an example of that. I have one that's a good example of that. It's not this one. This one I love like fresh or old. But if you find a flavor that you don't necessarily love to begin with, let it sit and see what happens. Because the flavor changes, your taste buds change. Especially if you recently quit smoking, your taste buds are definitely going to change. And the juice, the consistency changes, the color changes, and the depth of the flavor definitely changes. So that's just a quick thing I wanted to talk about because I know a lot of people on the forums will talk about, oh, I don't really like this juice, I just got it. Does anybody want to trade me for that? And I'm telling you, let it sit and give it a shot after it's sat for a little while. It's definitely worth your time. So I'll take a hit. This is on Nego pass through with a 306 and a drip tip, obviously. Unfortunately, it's not my Cisco atomizer. I just cleaned that one, so there's just the regular low resistance 306. Yeah, the flavor is like definitely significantly different. However, it hasn't changed the integrity of the juice. That was the word I was going for. Like some juices, after you sit a while, some juices, like from some vendors, I'll notice the integrity of the juice will actually change by it setting. Um, this, I have not had that issue. It tastes more like caramel popcorn or fiddle paddle than it even did in the beginning. And in the beginning, it tastes like caramel popcorn, like crazy identical to caramel popcorn. But after it sits, the flavor just gets so much richer and it's delicious. So I actually haven't been vaping this one now. I'm just vaping the darker one, which is my older bottle, because the flavor is just that much more significantly great. And everybody knows who watches my videos that my absolute favorite flavor is Rice Krispie Treat. I just bought 2 more bottles just to make sure that I'm stocked up. I just finished 1 bottle. This is the other spare I had. And when the other 2 come, I'm going to let this one sit for, I'll try and let it sit for a couple weeks if I could get that far without vaping it, which usually I don't, but and I want to see what happens to this one after it sits for a while. I haven't had the chance to let one of these Rice Krispie Treat ones mature a little bit because I vape it so quick. So when I get my new order, I'm definitely letting this bottle sit to see if it changes the same way that the Fiddle paddle did. But as far as description on the flavor, first of all, the smell is, you definitely smell popcorn, and you smell like it's a sweet popcorn. It's like a box of Cracker Jacks or Fiddle Faddle, whatever, any of those.
Bonnie!
He loves Bonnie. Ever since I made that video, everything is Bonnie, Bonnie, every time I pull the computer out. So,
Bonnie!
okay, 1 second. Shh. So the flavor's delicious. I'm not gonna vape it again because I got him next to me, but
Bonnie! Bonnie!
it tastes just like caramel popcorn. Like, no lie, just like caramel popcorn. And if you let it sit, it'll taste even more like caramel popcorn. So if you're able to get that far and let it sit long enough, it's well worth it. So going forward on my juice orders, now that I found this out, I will be ordering 2 bottles, which I did with my Rice Krispie Treat. But I think all the flavors, I'm going to order 2. So one I could stash away to like sit, and then the other I'll vape right away because it is delicious, delicious, delicious after it sits. I'm sorry for the interruption. Watch my videos. Oh my god, he's got me so thrown off. Stay tuned. Comment, post. Thank you. Definitely head over to KBV. They got their site up and going, and it was well worth the wait. The site looks redonkulous. It's awesome looking. So definitely, you don't have to PM for orders anymore. You could actually go through the site and hit them up and see all the flavors and everything they got. So go to KickBassVapor.com, give it a try. I definitely recommend their juices. And after this, I definitely recommend trying to let your juices sit a little bit and mature because the flavor just gets more insane. Thank you. Say bye now, since you wanted to come interrupt my video. Say bye.
Bye.
Are you going to say bye to Bonnie now?
Bye.
Say bye, Bonnie.
Bye bye.
Comment, post, hit me up. I hope you enjoy the juices. I'll hit you later.